Hi, everybody. How's it going? Welcome in to this week's chapter of Bound by Night. I am your...
I have been told that it is my turn to do the recap, so I'm sorry. Okay, I got this. This is fine. So we started. Alpha remanded the custody of Quinn to the coterie under threat of violence. That's kind of sweet. And we had to take Daniel's car kind of out of the tree, and it's not doing great. It's fine. We had a nice trip to Daniel's house, and squirrels only made fun of us part of the time, so that's cool. Noah and Jihoon were on Noah's bike, and Jihoon, after telling Quinn we shouldn't ever separate, it's dangerous, decided to go to work alone. So that happened. So Noah took him to the office, and there were like two Kindred talking under a light, and one of them Jihoon recognized, but also there was like a creepy dude, like a creature up in the window, but then it was gone. So Jihoon goes into the office anyway, and then we met Sea Dog, his coworker, which was very smooth. And then Jihoon's in his office, and something got moved, a tissue box, but he can't figure it out. And then, oh no, somebody else is there. It's Gamma! Yay! And there's some tension there, some sexy tension. And then I'm so proud of Jihoon. He decided to, he's gonna track Malcolm's computer. It's a horrible idea, and I love it. So that's cool. Then down with Noah. Noah got a call from Sigma. Sigma's doing good, and there was kind of like an emotion there, like, oh, like Sigma's happy that someone like likes him, but it's so torn up. And then when Omega came too in a truck, and like Gamma has a nice talk with Noah about like you got to be honest with the people you love, and you should probably tell Cap about the Sigma thing. It could work, or it could blow up in your face, but at least you're honest about it. So that's good. Okay. And then, Evan and Delta found Kappa in a burnt townhouse that was Delta's house. And they took him to a hospital, which Quinn is now realizing is terrifying because there's security everywhere, including people who know about, say, vampires, and they have darts, and it's dangerous. But it's okay, because Evan was with Delta. It'd be weird if you tried to get in there without someone who knew it, but not that anyone would do that. But anyway, Delta and Evan are there, and they get Kappa all safe, and then Evan's like, I'll stay here. And so Delta finds him a body bag and very nicely zips him into it to keep him safe for the morning. It's very sweet. I believe this is the time where Noah freaked out and decided to go to the hospital to see Kappa. This is out of order a little bit, but it's kind of hilarious and horrible because it does not go well. But he tried real hard, so good job, Noah. And then, so then we all end up at Daniel's house. And it's very nice. It's so homey. I'm very worried about it because it's fine. And then we found Zeta is upstairs in the bathroom, all woofed out and freaking out and not remembering people. And she has an entire stag up there. So Quinn was like, hey, I can turn into a fox, and maybe I smell a little like Beta and Alpha. And then she got offered stag meat, and she ate some of it to be polite. But eventually Zeta recognized Daniel, and that was very sweet. And I think Daniel's in the bathroom for the night. And then let's see. Oh God, I almost forgot. And then Jihoon and Noah and Omega and Gamma are in the truck heading towards Daniel's. And Jihoon has his first tent. It was very sweet. And he doesn't know what happened, but I'm very proud of him too. And then everyone ends up at Daniel's except for Evan in the body bag. And then the woofers tucked everyone in as the day sleep took them. The end.
Good job.
Thank you.
Everyone may have a storyteller willpower. I need the group to all roll d10s, please.
How many? Just one?
Just one.
Great.
And then Tyrant, I need you to add the results together.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna make me do something else.
So like VTM one, or you want D10, D10?
D10. I need everyone to roll a d10. You can do it on the Roll20 with the roll.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it exists.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Oh,
I think it's /roll 1d10. Yep, there it is.
Oh.
Am I adding yours in too?
No.
Okay.
Nice try.
Damn it.
Nice try.
I don't know if rolling really, really low is a good or bad thing.
Just waiting on slides roll.
Oh, am I supposed to roll it in D20 or can I do it by hand?
You can do it by
Does it
hand and
matter?
then type it in.
Oh,
Just-
I'll do it here like everyone else did. What is it?
/ roll,
Roll. Yeah.
space 1d10.
Okay, I'll do
Number
it here.
1
It's fine.
d10. Yeah, you got it. Haha.
We are up to 28.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 28. Right. Thank you. You've just decided something for me.
Not stressful at all.
Okay, Evan. I need you to roll a rouse check, please. And then I need
All right,
you
and that's just-
to roll a wits and awareness.
And the rouse check is just for how many hunger die you have?
Yeah, it's your awakening into the dark.
That is 1 success.
Okay, your hunger does not increase.
And you said wits and awareness?
Mm-hmm.
That is a total of 4.
Okay. Remind me, do you have sense the unseen or heightened senses?
I do not have either of those.
No worries. 4 is still an excellent roll. When you come awake, it is an explosion of vitae. Your body actually jerks, causing the interior fridge containing you to ding-ding, and you hear outside of the fridge someone go, "What?" And then something clatter, and then nothing. You push against the fridge, and it doesn't budge. What would you like to do?
Being that he zips in a body bag inside of this, he's just gonna shake his head. Just be like, oh, she has my phone, and I know she didn't forget me, but this is not a good idea. So I don't think these open from the inside, do they?
Correct. As you zen yourself in your surroundings, you can smell the material, the semi-synthetic of the body bag. You can even smell the coated metal of the zipper, which is actually more plastic than metal at this point. And then that kind of astringent smell of antiseptic used to wash out these freezers between dead bodies lying therein. There is also a slight bouquet of frozen flesh. And gentle beepings of the hospital, which are oddly comforting or not comforting in this tiny, dark space. Would you like to try to get out, or do you linger?
I think he would linger, considering that he'd be pretty constricted,
Okay.
all things considered.
You are quite a powerful kindred, so. But that might cause less heart attacks if you wait. I would like you to roll a resolve and composure to wait in the dark.
Resolve and composure. That is a 5.
All right. You're able to wait quite comfortably, even though in the back of your skull, You can feel the beast prowling, not liking to be contained. The night is yours. You should be able to parade, to promenade, to own these halls. But Delta was the one that put you in here, so it grumbles quietly in the corner, waiting. Claws click, 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 click against your skull. Click, 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 click. And then there is another sound outside of the freezer. It's a soft rasp, like the interior shielding around the edges of a door to keep things insulated. You can hear the rubber scraping against the tile. And then it closes with a gentle clap. And a moment later, there is a very soft knuckle tap on top of your freezer. Just a... What do you do?
He would kind of tilt his head back in anticipation a little bit, knowing that he can't see anything, but he wanted to actually say anything.
You don't say anything?
Mm-mm.
You hear the knocking on a freezer over. And then on a freezer over.
Del?
You say that out loud.
Yeah, he'd say that out loud.
Okay, you hear footsteps. Doo, 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 back to your freezer. And a... on the outside.
So she doesn't like, or they don't like open it?
Correct.
Oh no.
They're knocking.
He just softly repeat Del again.
How soft?
Like, oh. Would he know if she's able to hear better than normal people can?
Oh, very likely.
Soft enough to where it wouldn't be that audible to a normal person.
Okay. You hear the clicking? Slowly, the fridge trundles out, rumbling underneath you. The scent of coffee and leather and aftershave fill the room, filtering in to the body bag. And then I need you to roll a composure and a resolve as the zipper is unzipped.
Oh god. That is a 7 with a normal critical.
Okay, you do wince a little bit as the light floods. But you are looking at the gentle, albeit bearded, freshly showered face of Alpha. I didn't know which one you were in, I'm sorry.
Oh. Sorry, I was expecting Del.
He doesn't ask your permission. He lifts you like a firefighter, as if you weigh nothing, pulling you out of the body bag, setting you on your feet.
Oh. Wow, you really know how to sweep a man off his feet.
He makes a slight expression at that, one eyebrow lower than the other. I don't know what you mean. And then he returns the body bag, zips it up, and begins to proficiently roll it tightly, and then strap it and make it flat enough that he can fit it into his suit.
Do you think we're going to need that later?
Should you be staying, probably. And then he goes to the utility closet, and he withdraws disinfectant and cloths, and he begins to clean the freezer that you are in.
Can I help you with this?
I got it.
I mean, I can watch you all day long, but...
He looks at you. He
Evan
frowns.
just looks back like, what?
He continues. Washing. Not as effective as some delectable individuals with utility belts that also secondary as Twinkies, but still effective. He's done in a matter of moments, sliding things closed, and there is a rasp against the door coming into the morgue, and a very petite blonde steps. Her face makes an appearance in the half-open door. Is everything... Oh. Alpha turns to look at her. She looks at you, looks at Alpha.
Evan just kind of waves.
And then Alpha says, all clear. No mice. No roaches. And then she makes a face and he says, and no spiders. Oh, thank you, you're a lightsaver. Lifesaver. Though you could be a lightsaber, but I'm not going to think about that. That's really horrible. Anyways, hi! You're A's friend, right? I mean, you're friends with Adam? And Alpha just looks at you.
Yeah,
Like-
Evan just nods to that.
Alpha nods and says yes. Great. Hi. I'm Marley. I work here. Morg's assistant. Taps on her name. Holds her hand out to you.
He'll extend his hand to shake it.
Okay. She shakes it up close. She's cute. Small. Round. Bright. But there is a uncunningness about her. Not that she's dull, but there's a distinct difference. About her height is also Delta, and there's just a connection that your beast makes, and it turns its nose up on this blonde, like, not cunning, stupid, no like. It's almost instinctual. And then Marley turns to Adam, smiling, saying, so... I got you the chai tea, but I left it. I'm gonna go grab that.
Evan holds up one
Did you
finger
want one?
to her. No, you can just say chai. Chai tea's kind of saying it twice.
Okay, chai. Yeah, that's smooth. You're a smooth guy. Thank you, Murphy.
Yes, it's sticking.
Yeah, did you want one? They're
No.
they're just in the cafeteria. Okay. Yeah, let
No,
me.
being in the morgue kind of is
Yeah,
burns my appetite.
yeah. She looks at the two of you, like she wants to ask questions, and then Alpha clears his throat, and she's like, "Right, I'm gonna go get that. You want me to leave it in your office?" He just nods. And she turns and she steps away. You can't help but notice her shoes, which are very old and clash with the dress she's wearing. They say, "Hey, baby girl," on the back. And they look comfy. They're not quite, what are those, Crocs? But they're like some amalgamation of Croc and skater heel. Yeah.
Kraheelies?
You don't know, but they stand out a lot when she leaves. But
Oh no.
once the door closes behind her, you can see Alpha's shoulders relax. Let's leave before she gets back. And he walks to the door.
Yes. Does she work for you?
No.
Okay. Did anything happen overnight?
You mean during the day?
Yeah, during the day. I'm sorry.
Plenty.
Care to fill me in whenever we get to a place where it's safe to talk?
I suppose that depends on the questions you ask.
First of all, well, let's get out of here first.
He opens the door for you.
He'll do a slight bow and then he'll go through.
He gives you another look, like he just doesn't understand why you do that.
Oh, I'm just saying thank you.
Delta will return shortly. Until then, I am to keep you safe.
No, you're up to the job, aren't you?
He nods.
Confidence. I like that.
He leads you through these twisting, turning hallways. Very square, very same, very sterile. Several individuals, guards. Different shift than the shift that's all talking about the vampire that broke in that they heroically saved the hospital from last night. They get out of his way. There's a couple nods of like, Adam, sir, sir. But the majority just get out the way. The place that he takes you is actually upstairs. Several flights, in fact, but neither of you are winded. He does stop at one door, kind of tucked in the flights of the stairs. It gives you a hotel feeling, right? It's a landing, metal door, push bar, and that like raptor-friendly handle, the kind that they can hook and bend, you know. And he pauses to listen. Is there anything you would like to do while he listens at this door for a moment?
No, Evan would wait for him to like pull away from the door where he's listening, and then just be like, ask him what he was listening for.
He gives you the most severe look ever, which is not uncommon on his face. And he says, Julian.
Oh, that bastard.
He nods.
What does he have to do with this place?
The frown stays, turning into a slight scowl. And he just chins upwards and continues up the steps.
That really was an answer, Adam.
He doesn't stop. He continues walking up, as if expecting you to follow.
Evan's shoulders kind of drop and he follows.
He takes you to his office. It is very sparsely furnished, save for one lovely, flourishing, hanging plant. Everything else is a desk too small for him, an abused office chair, a metal chair folded up against the wall for guests, which he pulls out, trading the beat-up office chair. He puts the metal chair where he's going to sit, offering you the office chair. There's no windows. The only light source is a lamp. Overhead, it looks like the fluorescent light is broken. But you notice before he sits, for just a moment, he places his hand on the clay pot in the macrame netting, and he whispers very softly, and all the leaves seem to shiver in response. And then he sits.
Are you sure you don't want the padded chair?
He doesn't respond. He just launches into answering your question. Julian's pack works in this city. By sacred right and litany, they are bound to ours.
Oh, so what happened the other day? Did that? You see, like Evan's hand go to his face, and like the slightly frustrated. Did I cause you guys trouble with that?
You did nothing. You acted in defense. You have been judged and not found guilty.
What about him? Or is that something I'm not supposed to know?
I will tell you that he has not been found guilty either, but I will break his jaw.
Thank you for that.
He nods. Then he opens the one drawer that his desk has, and he pulls out some pieces of string. Then, just using his fingers, he begins to braid them together. And then he doubles back and braids them together. Doubles back and braids them together.
Oh, you're very skilled with your hands.
He doesn't comment. And before long, a black flower with a white and violet center start to form. You can see it as he turns and braids and turns and braids. The knots are loose, and then eventually he slides it across the desk to you after tying it off.
Evan will kind of gesture to it, kind of ask him permission if he's allowed to pick it up.
It's for you.
Can you explain what it means?
It's just a flower. Roll a wits and insight.
Okay. Da-da. Five total.
You think there's more to it than what you're getting from him verbally? That perhaps it is it's a wolf thing? Some kind of right?
Evan will pick it up and just like inspect it, being very careful with it, and just thoroughly take in like all the detail that he can from it.
Smaller loops make up the inner petals, followed by medium-sized loops and then wider loops, all of it then looped in on itself, making that fun-colored knot in the middle. He takes a pair of kindergarten scissors with an orange handle and cuts the extra string. Then he balls it up and puts it away. And you hear his phone. He immediately pulls it out of his pocket. He says nothing. And you can't hear anything over the phone. But he stands and he faces his little plant.
Is there anything special about the plant?
Other than it seems to respond to Alpha when he looks at it, when he touches it. I mean, even now when he looks at it, you can swear the petals, the leaves themselves are tinged a little red. Roll a wits and awareness.
Okay. That is 3.
Maybe it's just the low lighting. The lamp itself that's struggling and coughing on its last vestiges of electricity it's got kind of a little kind of brown red lampshade over it, so maybe you just squint at the plant. Alpha doesn't say goodbye when he hangs up. Before sliding the phone away, he glances at you. And then he sits, folding his arms across his chest, waiting.
So you said Dell would be back? What did she go do?
He looks at you. Then he looks back down to the top of his desk. She is meeting with Magnus.
Finn's jaw kind of slightly goes a little slack. What? Why is she meeting with him?
Julian. You surmise. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Can you explain what that means? 'Cause from my point of view, he attacked her and then stole her car.
He has requested she make right what she has ruined.
What did she ruin?
Their relationship, according to Julian.
He leans forward, or Evan will lean forward in the chair a little bit, and it's like, both you and I know that that's not the case, right?
It isn't the way of our people. And then he looks at you from his gaze on the desk, and it's very intense. The blue of his eyes seems fathomless, like the ocean. You can almost see the waves ripple from one eye to the other. There's something elemental about Alpha, something very primordial in this moment, and the leaves of that little plant begin to quiver, and a wind in this closed-in little box of an office kicks up when he looks at you. And it isn't a rough wind either, but it smells like salt and sea. Would you mate, Delta?
Evan just nods and yes.
For all your nights, for your eternity,
As many as I can give.
forever, as the moon rises and pulls the sea.
Yes.
He stands. Follow me.
Evan will get up. He'll make sure to put the flower into one of his like breast pockets, either in the jacket or in his shirt, and he'll follow.
Okay. He leads you up another set of stairs and down the hall, and as he does, you hear raised voices. Roll a wits and awareness.
That is a 7, but messy.
Okay. You hear the lyrical language of the wolves raised, and it's a masculine voice. It's not necessarily pleading, it's demanding. It is making a finite point, speaking very similar to how Alpha does. No fanfare, no fancy language. This is what will happen. This is what you will do. And then the reply is in English. He's a joke, says Delta, and so is his entire pack. I will challenge him in a right. We can even present it to the spirit of fire. I will earn my own hand back. You can't make me do this. I'll just run away. And then what'll you do? You have no hunter. You don't have someone that can chase me. And then there is an explosion of sound, and you hear Delta. And in English, Magnus, in a hissing whisper,
Raise your voice to me again, and I will put you in a coma.
And then you hear her in that lyrical language. You can pick up with a 7 the scrape of fabric against her skin as she kneels. Alpha is looking at you, gauging your response. Your beast doesn't like that something it considers its own being forced, being pushed. What does Alpha see when he looks at you?
He would see Evan's face kind of twist and kind of almost like grit his teeth, like his fangs coming down just a little bit. And his entire body tense, like he wants to act, but...
Okay. You catch the light in Alpha's eyes, and there's that kind of salty wind again, all mixed up in his aftershave, the leather. And he says, "Good. You can take the rite of fire. You can prove that you deserve her, even though you're tainted."
I'll do whatever I have to.
You might have to fight me to do it.
And then he gives you a steady gaze.
Don't expect me to go easy.
He says nothing. And then there is a snarl from the room and a whimper. A great snapping of jaws that causes next to you Alpha to wince and flinch, like he's expecting a hit. And you can hear him swallow, his Adam's apple bobbing. And then he straightens his shoulders after a moment. "Wait here." And he knocks on the door.
Evan's still going to be as he was just a second ago, just waiting.
Okay, the door slides open from an unseen hand. And Alpha requests, you think, entry in that lyrical language of theirs, and then he steps in. And the door slams behind him. What do you do?
Evan would look around in the hall.
It looks
Just kind of get
It looks like there's a lot of private hospital rooms up here. All the doors seem to slide, but they all bear locks. Each of them a type of reinforced steel. It's kind of a lot for a hospital room. Like, what are they expecting to contain in here? Those that have glass, it's all wire threaded and thick. Each one with a curtain behind it for privacy. The astringent smell is just as strong, but there's also something else. Can't quite place. But for the most part, it's, dreary, old hospital, but it's clean.
Are there guards on this floor that you can see?
There are not. It's just you in that hallway.
Is there any kind of electronic security, like cameras, stuff like that?
Oh, yeah.
He would just wait and listen.
Okay. Most of it is in that wolfish language. And then there's growls and yips. And finally the door slams open. And you are met with, other than O, probably the most intimidating and large wolf you've ever seen. A huge scar that cuts from underneath his chin, down his throat, and across his chest. He looks so much like Gamma. But one eye is green, and the other Blue. His jaw is tense and popping as he looks at you, taking you in from top to bottom.
Evan just meets his gaze.
You are a kindred.
Yes.
He turns around, dismissing you, looking at Alpha, and Delta quickly slips past him. When he goes to grab her, she whips behind you, pulling you. Let's get out of here.
As you wish.
Magnus steps out into the hallway and says something to Delta in that language that causes her to tense, her shoulders kind of crunching in. She's holding onto your hand tighter. And at the very end of the hallway, she stops at something he says. Her lower lip is trembling. And Magnus says,
Those are your choices.
What did he say to you?
she makes a hissing sound. She goes to say don't worry about it, but Magnus can hear you from the distance. And his presence is... it puts most kindreds to shame. In a different way, and probably more terrifying were he to shift, his aura rivals Sigmund's. A terrible and great beast.
Our people are bound, kindred, and they will answer their calling. You will either howl at the moon, Delta, or you will be buried beneath her.
And he turns around. And he steps into the room. And when he shuts the door, Delta mutters, I fucking wish he would just stop saving us all the fucking time. Sorry, let's just not talk about it. She lets go of your hand and she starts to descend. Tip, 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 tip.
He'd reach out and try and grab her hand back.
She pulls it away.
Before.
I can't right now, okay? You can see that her face is red. She's wearing new clothes. They smell new. I just can't, okay?
Just tell me later, okay?
All she can do is nod, chewing on her bottom lip, and then tip, 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 tip.
Alpha told me a few things.
She stops
Hills.
on one of the landings and turns. But she can't meet your gaze. So she's just profiled to you, holding herself tight. What did he tell you?
Well, he shows her the flower that he made and puts it back. And then the other things I'd like to tell you outside of the hospital. Away from potentially prying eyes.
Right. Yeah. She starts descending again.
But one of them did involve fire, though.
She stops. She doesn't turn to you, Evan, but you have her attention. You can see wisps, silken strands of her hair starting to stand up, and you can kind of vaguely see the outline of the ears trying to perk to listen, but she's purposefully keeping them down.
He said that I could tempt it.
You can't see her expression, but you hear the gasp. But instead of looking at you, she continues forward. Her little feet tick, 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 tick,
He'll just follow.
Okay. You head to a different wing. She doesn't purposely try to outpace you. It is simply her legs being pushed by the agitation. The wing that she leads you to is no longer an ICU. It is a ground floor suite, actually. She holds the door open for you.
Is this where Kappa is now?
She nods. He's not awake. And he probably won't be for a while. I need to call Noah, because if you're awake, then he is, but I charged your phone.
Okay, you can just hold on to it for now and use it. But yeah, we need to keep him updated.
As you step in, there's a ripple of a feeling. I need you to roll a wits and occult.
Okay, so just a wits then. That is 3.
Okay. This suite is lovely. It's nicer than some hotels. Kappa is hooked up to what feels like an overbearing amount of equipment, but then again, you don't know whatever pre-existing conditions he might have had. But against all of those machines and that white linen, he looks very, very small. Dark smudges line his incredibly pale face. His cheeks are sunken in, his lips split. But despite that, there is a calm in the room. And it feels like it's embracing you. It feels like a hug. Not quite like a Delta hug, but Evan, it feels like... It feels like a mom hugging you. And you take an unneeded, shuddering breath. Looking around this space, you see that there are flowers, plants. There's also a bouquet made of cattails. And it's really ugly. And it's got this horrible flannel bow around the vase. And huge construction paper, larger than the display itself. Construction paper, handmade, Sharpied fucking markered, crown, get better K, love, little king. But everything else is nice in the room. But God, that is very ugly. It looks like it was pulled out of a swamp and arranged in the dark. Like, not just the dark, dim, like the dark. Like, no vision whatsoever. Yeah, and the water's also really muggy on the inside. You're pretty sure something's swimming in there, but, otherwise.
Delta would just kind of see, the tension leave him.
Okay.
As all of this, kind of overwhelms him a little bit. And then Evan would just smile, seeing what, Sigma left.
Yeah.
You all do really pull together when you need each other. Every single time, don't you?
We try to.
I mean, you kind of have to with... He just points up.
Yeah, with the whip and chains, you mean? Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I'm sorry if being in here is too much for you.
No, it's...
Evan,
It feels
I can tell.
good in here.
Really? I can tell you're overwhelmed.
I mean, consider where we are in the hospital.
Wait, what do you feel exactly?
Well, in here, just like a warm embrace, like a soft love and hug.
Her eyes soften instantly.
Like when you're young and you got hurt and you went to get comfort from one of your parents, one of those.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just that everything will be okay.
that's what you're supposed to feel.
I doubt. I know we really haven't talked about that, but
You could tell me about your parents. I'd love to listen. And she
You-
motions to the little couch. It's not too far from Kappa.
oh, can we not do it here? Because when I cry, it's ugly. And the whole blood out of the eyes
What do you
thing.
mean? We're in a hospital. It's the best place. Look at this. And she like kicks the side of this. It's almost like this little rolling dessert cart, but for gauze and bandages and stitches and stuff. Look at smorgasbord of vampire tear tissues. And she pulls out this huge, thick, like packing gauze, the kind that goes in wounds to stop bleeding. Huh? Your finest anti-hemorrhaging cotton, my lord. And she fakes a little curtsy.
He would just give her a hug,
I was gonna
like
suggest
just an
we
ambush
could,
hug.
like, she hugs you back, but she makes a little squeak sound, and lets you. And it's like, I was gonna suggest we like put band-aids under your eyes, but I don't think that would have quite the absorption power. And then I was gonna suggest tampons, but I don't think you want to shove those in. So this is the next best thing.
He looks puzzled at the statement, like
You know, like when you
shove tampons in my eyes.
well.
Dell, that doesn't.
Look, I'm a little sleep deprived. I thought it was funny. How amazing would that be? Oh my god, tampon eyes. Oh my god, I'm gonna have nightmares. The little strings just hanging out.
Just at the very end, just every time you look one way or the other, they just wiggle.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, like that. And then she hands you the gauze. And holds onto your hands. Her little ones wrapping around yours. I'm glad you're here, but I'm sorry you had to see all the ugly. And then she pulls you towards the couch.
it's not ugly, it's just life.
And isn't that ugly?
Oh, life itself, yeah. Yeah, all day.
On the bed,
It-
Kappa
it's
sort of
better at night.
shifts. And she looks over. He would disagree with me.
Why's that?
Are you kidding? A kid's always telling me, life is beautiful. Everything is about blah, blah, blah. Flowers, happy, blah, blah, blah. Animals are God's gifts, blah, 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 blah. You know what I say? They shed,
But-
they're messy, we're gross, we poop, we pee. They're kind of cute. I had a chinchilla once.
I mean, all of those are fair points.
You were going to say the nighttime is the best, weren't you?
Yeah. I mean, you can't see all the stains everywhere.
I guess there is kind of a nice sort of veil in the dark.
Yeah, the air's usually pretty calm. It's not as chaotic.
Easier to sneak around.
It is. People usually do frown though when you're in like public spaces at night. Something about closing times and everything.
Well, tell me about your mom. Tell me about your dad. Or whoever you consider your parents, I mean.
Well, I mean, it's been so long ago now.
How long?
Since I've been like this. Or since I last saw him, because it's actually about the same.
She's just watching you, waiting for you to continue.
I mean, growing up, they were always there for me, just... You know how I am. They were pretty conservative about things. I didn't want to tell them how I felt. Because at the time, I was interested in my friend, but that's the story for another day. That doesn't have anything to do with my parents. But no. Have you... It's hard to explain because I didn't really say goodbye when this happened.
Yeah.
So all they thought was that I died in a crash. And just seeing the pain they went through whenever they buried that empty casket, watching from afar, never being able to say goodbye. And just... I don't know. I feel like I let them down. I just do. And it's not like I can ever go back now. They passed a few years ago.
Oh, Evan. I'm so sorry. Are they buried here?
No, they're buried back in the hometown.
Maybe when Cap is awake, we could go. When he's better. I mean, we don't have to bring him along, but...
I'd have to check with Joe to make sure that's okay, but... Yeah. Let's find out. Evan's kind of like rubbing one of his hands like he's in a bit of a panic having just said this.
She sits a little closer, so your knees and thighs touch, and then wraps an arm around you in the middle. You want to tell me your favorite memory with your parents?
Well, my dad was always into sports. He was kind of bummed whenever I chose to pursue music. And my mom, bless her heart, she would always try to throw the ball with us. So yeah, I'd have to say, those nights tossing the ball back and forth in the yard. One night, Mom, she threw it at my dad, who for some reason was standing next to the house, and just straight through the living room window.
She smiles.
That was kind of hilarious.
Was your mom embarrassed?
No, she was more of like, well, that's what you get for standing next to a window and knowing how bad I am at this. And she did like this little mocking thing to him too, whenever he started complaining about it.
Did you have any siblings?
No.
She nods. Your parents, they loved you a lot?
They did, but I couldn't see it at the time. And if that's the one thing that I always think about, it's that.
I get that. Yeah. That's, I feel like that's every kid. I feel like they all don't know what they have when they got a good one, and then they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In so many ways, that's true. So many ways. Oh, he kind of like wipes the bloody tears with the gauze.
Absorbent. But her eyes are misting as well.
Do you want some of my gauze? I can unroll it a little.
Yeah. I would love some of your gauze.
He unrolls a little bit and just tears it. And hands her the non-bloody part.
Okay. She blots her eyes and isn't looking at you, but still sitting close, kind of looking across the hospital suite's living room. And there's a pleasant picture, kind of an old style one that has a farm and a field. The sun is either rising or setting. She's looking at this picture and she says, my mom had 2 nicknames for me. And it was either her crotch goblin.
I mean, that's like every parent.
Yeah. And then the other one, well, let's just say it wasn't nice.
Oh no.
My mom was great. She was the best mom.
Oh, what's one of your favorite memories with her?
Her lipstick. She had this favorite lipstick. This, like, Pearl 31. She ordered it from the Avon seller.
Ooh.
Yeah. And she wore it every day. But I remember taking her last tube over Christmas.
Was she upset about that?
Oh, yeah.
Did you at least rock it though?
Oh, no. I'm far too redheaded for that color of pink. But,
I think we could find an outfit to make it work.
I wore it to dinner on purpose.
Oh.
The afternoon, she was calling around the house. Where's my 33? I can't find my pearl. My 31, where I can't find my pearl. Not her 33, sorry, 31. And I was so proud. But you know what happened when she caught me wearing it?
Oh.
She chased me around the house. Then I hopped through the window, and she hopped through the window right after me. I will never forget it. I was so surprised that I just basically knocked myself out on the swing set. I did a full barrel roll into the mud and snow. And when she caught me, she rubbed her lips all over my face, giving me these horrid kisses, saying she was getting her lipstick back. I've never laughed so hard.
You just see Evan kind of smiling at this memory and sharing this moment with Delta. And what happened after that?
We had s'mores and hot cocoa. And we watched her favorite drama.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's an old black and white one. Real good. I'll show it to you sometime.
Deal. I'm going to take you up on that.
And she looks over at Kappa. I just wish he could have known her, you know? Like, just once.
Have you told him about your stories?
Sometimes. But it's hard. Because he doesn't know her laugh like I do. He doesn't know that she always butters her Pop-Tarts with
Wait, what?
extra butter. Doesn't know that sometimes she puts salt on them as well. Yeah. He's never gonna know. He's never gonna hear her humming as she makes dinner.
Huh.
He's never gonna watch her braid her hair.
Evan's gonna kind of reach out and pull Delta into him.
And all he's got is me. It's all he's ever known. And I am a poor excuse. A very bad stand-in for my mom. She was the best.
Yeah.
She would have liked you. She probably would have hit on you, actually.
I'll take that as a compliment, but you're doing the best that you can. Okay.
I guess that's all any of us can do, right? I mean,
At the end of the day, yeah.
she leans her head on your shoulder. I'm proud of you.
He kind of gives like a for what look.
I imagine all the feelings I feel for my mom, you have for both parents, and you're still here. I didn't want to be when my mom left, but I had to. Because he was so little.
You've done a good job. Just know that. Because what I've seen of him, he's turned into a fine young man.
I just want him to be happy. Whatever he decides. I just want him to live and be happy. I'll do whatever I have to make sure that he does.
I'll be here to help you with that.
She takes a little bit of her gauze and blots under your eyes, catching stray smudges of blood.
Sorry, I didn't realize more had come out.
I think I would like that.
He just gives her like a soft smile.
And then she descends into a quiet, contemplative, side by side, leaning on you, holding you. And we're gonna meanwhile right there. All right. Kindred that are at Daniel's house. I need you all to make a rouse check, please.
Okay.
I'm making just one.
Just one. Just your wake up one.
That is a success.
Success for Jihoon.
Success.
Success.
Yes.
Oh, so no one's hunger increases?
I do have a question about that.
Yes.
Because Malcolm fed last night and fully killed someone, so his hunger was at 0. Does his hunger still go up by 1?
Yes, it is a new
Okay.
night. So though you succeed, it's like, damn it.
Yeah, you still wake up a little hungry.
Mm-hmm.
And do we need to do anything about the stains, or are we doing that later?
You will roll a remorse test. Go ahead and roll it on your roll 20. You'll find it just
Okay.
below your humanity.
It. And minimize the window instead of making it bigger. There we go. Remorse test. Great!
You may use a storyteller willpower or a willpower from chat to re-roll it,
Thank God.
but you may only use it once.
Okay, I'll take it.
Oh my god.
Fucking hell.
Okay, so Daniel has succeeded.
My second roll was 3 successes.
Okay, so Malcolm succeeded.
Thank God, I didn't want to be at 5. God.
Okay, does anyone else need a roll?
I do.
Oh, just needed one. Just needed one.
Sheesh, Noah.
Jeez. Let's go.
Okay,
Damn, I
Right.
got no stains, guys. I'm just innocent little boy over here.
Oh, don't worry. He'll be getting some soon.
Hey, he does nothing wrong. Okay?
He doesn't have to do anything wrong to get stains.
Quinn, I need you to roll a wits and awareness, please.
Ah, yes. All right. Okay. That is 6. Yeah. No, 7.
7?
5 successes.
5
Oh,
successes.
no, so I was telling me how much dice because
I see, okay.
already messed it up.
You're good. 5 successes. All right, Quinn. You are the only one that wakes up not in a bed. You actually are curled up fairly small behind the couch, but a nest has been provided for you of pillows, blankets, and near you there are several plastic sacks filled with clothes, water bottle, purse, stuff that goes in purse. Maybe. Items. And then a 3x5 card in really tiny handwriting that says Quinn, but it's spelled wrong. The handwriting's a little chicken scratchy. I'm but really small.
She like sniffs at the bag, like instinctively, like.
Okay, the plastic crinkles, and it smells new. Smells like department store.
She opens the. Well, I think she kind of like sits up, and stretches. I think she feels her ears, but perhaps her tail is gone.
Yes.
There. Okay. She like does a little assessment every night. Like, what does she have to deal with? And then she'll pick up the card and look at it for a bit. And then she will open up these bags because clothes is great.
Okay. As you flip the card over, it says, Guam, I did you the favor of buying you your favorite eclectic things. Kind of weird that the librarian that I like to hang out with is staying at Danny's place, but I'm gonna just roll with it. Cheers. I bought you a new purse. I hope you like it. Smiley face with a little crown.
Oh. Huh. That guy from the library knows where I am right now. Okay. No, this all makes sense now because nothing makes sense. So everything makes sense. That's how that works. It's like math.
You hear
Okay.
you hear cupboards and drawers from the kitchen, and there's a flare of fire, and then grumbling. Were you trying to fucking light us all on fire? Could you just let me cook for a minute, please? No, I should be the one cooking. I'm better at cooking. You should fucking sit down and leave me the fuck alone. Just some bickering.
Quinn abandons the clothes to see what she heard fire, which is still a little sensitive right now. So I think she kind of tries to peek into the kitchen just to assess the situation.
Okay.
And then she can't let anything else burn down. It's just bad luck.
The first thing that you notice are the cowboy boots. They are baby blue with tassels and studded diamonds on the little cowboy swirls. And then there's just lots of tattooed calves and legs and tan skin all the way to a nice supple pair of butt cheeks and booty shorts. and nothing else. Just a lot of male, pale, or tan, naked upper torso and back. And then next to him is another shirtless gentleman. This is more slim, quite a bit taller, who's trying to cook dinner. Looks like there's steaks that have been cut up, onion that's been cut up, garlic. There's vegetables that are bubbling over. Sigma's got a wooden spoon. The other person's got a plastic spoon. And Sigma goes to dive in at whatever the kid with black hair is stirring, and the kid with black hair slaps him in the face with the plastic spoon and says, "Stop fucking with it! You're doing it wrong. That's not how you make ramen. You put it in the fucking microwave. I'm making it on the stove!" Okay, well, could you at least put it... They both stop and turn to look at you. Hey, Kwam, what's up? Good morning.
Sigma, I think we've gone over this. It's Quinn.
Yeah.
It's
Queen,
yeah,
I got
Quinn.
it. I know who you are.
Oh,
I recognize you.
yeah,
It's crazy that
okay,
you're
well-
you know everybody. Do you know the little Chinese kid too? And Gamma's like, he's Korean, Sigma. Okay, you want to fight about it? We'll fucking fight about it. And Gamma's like, I will kick your fucking ass. You're so annoying. I'm not annoying. I am just reasonable and responsible, and I know how to fucking cook. Now get out of the way. You're ruining the ramen. I'm not ruining the ramen. You're not putting the chili peppers in it, and you're not putting the peas in it. It means you're not making it right. You're not making it right. Go talk to your librarian friend. Don't you have, and he looks at you, fines or something? She's not at work.
he does. But that
I do?
feels
Hold on.
like that's
Wait,
a little...
that book should have
Okay,
been
but-
lost. I've had it for about 9 months, and that's about the time that things go to lost.
that sounds like you're trying to abuse the system. I did tell you how to return stuff. I was pretty clear.
I wasn't abusing the system. I need Ji-hoon to roll a wits and awareness. Ji-hoon?
Ji-hoon is away from her desk right now.
Uh-oh. Okay. Malcolm. You're the next room that's closest.
All right. Wits. Awareness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Okay. You rouse for the evening, and you hear some deep voices, muffled, cascading up the stairs. You find yourself in a guest room that's medium size. There is someone in the bed across from you, covered from head to toe in a sheet, as if they have not quite roused yet. But you find yourself sitting up, and you can smell a mortal dinner. The fragrant garlic and onion, and something else. And you look to the floor to your right. There are plastic bags and a little note card with small scratchy handwriting that says Mal Cum, C-U-M. M-A-L-C-U-M.
Malcolm picks up the bag, looks at the note, rolls his eyes, and tosses it.
You don't
And
read the
then-
note in the back? Okay.
Absolutely not.
No, that's great.
And he'll look in the bag to see what's in there.
Looks like new clothes. It looks like medium expensive. A couple button downs, some nice slacks, a belt, new wallet, wristwatch. Things your style, though some of them remind you of your youth. There's a couple sweater vests, suspenders, things that you would have worn to school.
Who can I tell who's in the other bed across from mine?
Nope. It's just a body at this point.
Cool.
But you could check
Malcolm,
if you'd like.
yeah, he'll rise from the bed and make his way over to see who's in the bed beside his.
Okay? You pull back the sheet, and it is Noah.
Covers him back up, and he'll leave the room to like go into a bathroom to get changed before heading downstairs.
Okay. Was Jihoon back?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
You are totally okay. And aware noose.
Okie dokie. That's a beautiful 4 successes.
Okay, your room is downstairs. Another medium-sized guest room. When you awake, you are immediately assaulted by a bouquet of roses on your chest. You also have a veil over your head, funerary or bridal, you don't know, but it's annoying and touching you. Your glasses aren't on. Your clothes have been changed. You smell washed. Instant irritation. None of this stuff is yours. You're not in a familiar place. However,
What the fuck?
there is a nice scent lingering in the bed beside you. And when you turn your head, you see that there is a pillow dent, as if someone slept beside you.
Instinctually, Jihoon searches for the calming scent, feeling very irritated. His skin is like
Okay.
itchy.
You
So
find
he, like reaches for the pillow and just
underneath the pillow, well, not really underneath the pillow, but kind of like draped sort of over it on the side, there's a black hoodie. And it smells like... Takes you a second, but Gamma. Smells kind of like he wore it out running. And then you hear... Stop pulling the ramen out of the pot! No, you're doing it wrong, so I'm gonna fucking eat it.
Jihoon hears ramen. Then he hears you're doing it wrong. It's like nobody fucking knows how to do anything. Seriously? Ramen? What the fuck time is it? Where am I?
At that point,
He's
you
like,
hear a door open up above you and clipped steps coming down the stairway. Clip, 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 clip. So at the same time, Malcolm, you're coming downstairs to... Don't you have, like, library fines? And, like, Gamma pointing with spoon, flicking water at Quinn, and Quinn's sort of artfully dodging it. And Jihoon, you can hear all the conversation from your bedroom. Seems to be pretty close to the kitchen by the sounds and sight of it. Pause on the kitchen for just a moment. Jihoon, what do you do?
Takes the roses off of his chest, not very gently.
Okay.
Just like, you know? Throws the blanket off. Kind of sits there a little bit.
Okay.
Very, what?
You see there's a pair of brand new slippers.
Ooh, house slippers.
Yeah, but
Nice.
they look like little animals, though. Like little rabbits. But
Ooh. Ooh.
they also have
color
little
are they?
drawn-on glasses. They're white.
Oh, okay. Well, slippers are slippers. It's fine. He's just gonna ignore it.
Okay.
Is he wearing clothes?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
You're wearing, like, fresh, matching, like, button-down pajamas that have little ducks on them.
Not fucking 5. Jesus Christ. What the Who
And-
fucking put this on me?
The minute you stand up in the slippers, you see that there are bags with your... And there's a card, but it's written with nice handwriting, medium-sized, Jihoon. And then you see that there is duffel bags of just shit in those crappy boots in a plastic bag.
He goes to look at the card.
Okay. It's a little 3x5. This is your name. You flip it over, and in Gamma's handwriting, it says, I thought you might need a couple of these things. And then it looks like a part of it was like grabbed by someone else, like trying to pull it out of his hand. There's a bit of a tuss over the 3x5. But for the most part, it's smooth. Also, there's a PS. I looked through your backpack. I couldn't help it.
Oh, that makes him not happy. So
And then PPS, I left my duffel bag if you'd like to look through it. I'm sorry for what you find.
Oh no. Oh no. His need to know things. His knowledge he needs to know. He's like, this isn't mine. I shouldn't look. Why did you offer for me to look? Fuck. God damn it. He opens the bag. He looks.
Okay,
Oh no.
Striker Sly, get your D&D
Oh,
dice out for me and roll a percentile.
D&D dice? Jesus Christ. Okay, hold on. I gotta find the right color. I gotta find the right... Where's Geode's D&D dice? Wait a second. I'm not prepared. Where's my blood color? Oh, here they are. Hey, found them. I should have known better. A percentile?
Correct.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okie dokie, whatever you say. That's a 100.
Okay, that's
fun, yeah.
okay. We're getting
welcome.
right into it. Okay, so you start on the side pockets, which nobody does on a duffel bag, by the way, but Jihoon apparently. And one of the side pockets you open up, there's plastic containers, and in these plastic containers, there's a variety of small metal loops, metal barbells, and then there is a plastic container of rings. And these rings are not... They're far too large to go on fingers. But as you're examining all of these, you do notice that there are some folded up instructions in this pocket. When you pull them out, it shows you how to... You look down between your legs. You didn't know that could have a piercing. And then you look at the paper.
He throws the bag. He's like, whoa. Oh.
Then you move to the next pocket. You find cigarettes, lighters, handcuffs. Durable kind, you think.
He's gonna take the cigarettes
Okay.
and throw them on the bed
Okay.
because he's gonna go out and yell about them because that's just a bad habit and you shouldn't do that because it's gonna give you lung cancer and kill you.
You also find nicotine patches and nicotine gum and a vape.
He throws the vape on the bed, also gonna kill you. Popcorn lungs, that's what they say.
And then you find a wallet.
Oh no.
Looks
He
real-
opens it.
Looks real old. Surprisingly, there's cash and some other foil items for maybe vigorous nights in there, but not anything like personal ID. There is a picture of a dog. A very, very old. Wow, this music is so intense. It needs to go to the bottom of the playlist. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. There is... It's a very, very old... It looks kind of like a pity mix. Big jowls, smiling. You can see the gray hairs and the brown face. Yeah, and it's folded. It's a large picture that was folded so just this dog could be seen.
He's gonna open the picture to look at the other side.
Okay, as you pull it out and you unfold it, you see a very young Gamma, probably 16, standing next to... You squint? Maybe he's younger than 16? You don't know. But it looks like under his jacket, he's wearing a school uniform. And then there's a girl next to him, and they both have their arms around the dog, and they both look really happy. And then it looks like there's another kid, but there's no way that could be who you're thinking. Roll an intelligence and insight.
Sorry, getting my dice. Mini dice. 5 successes.
You think it's Alpha looking over his shoulder. From the surrounding, it looks like they're in some kind of bricked building. And it looks like Alpha is like standing by kennels, maybe?
He keeps that in the back of his mind and folds it precisely on the line that it was and puts it back in the wallet.
Okay, you move to the next pocket. Oh no, excuse me, I
yeah.
have the hiccups.
That's okay.
Okay. You find things that are like serial killers would have, right? Screwdriver, plastic gloves, some acid, in a small vial. You find like other clear vials with questionable liquid inside. You duct tape, wires. It looks like there's like a mini computer behind that in like a padded pocket, like a very small desktop. Like the tower itself. And then there's even more like wires, electrical, tape.
Oh, his curiosity is piqued, but he's like doing his best to resist not to, fiddle with the technology. It's making his brain tingle a little.
Yeah.
It's not yours. It's not yours. Don't look. You
Also
don't
in the
need to
serial
look.
killer pocket, there's like gauze and like needles, and then there's like this small first aid kit that when he unzips it and opens it up is actual needles with something.
Nope. This is... What the fuck? No, nope. Ji-hoon's not a fan of needles.
You zip that up, put it back.
Yep.
And then when you get to like the
Instantly.
main meat and sauce, it is the same white t-shirt. Same. And then the same like black, slightly baggy, sleeveless workout. Same black socks, one pair of jeans.
Does it smell like him?
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's also 2 pairs of basketball shorts. So.
He's gonna look at the clothes that are inside his bag, just like from the outside. It's a clear bag, right?
Yeah, it's a little foggy. When
Can
you
you
like
see
pull
what's
your
inside?
plastic bag, you have to pull the plastic bag over and kind of look in. And flannel, white t-shirt, jeans, little button t-shirt, vest, sweater vest, pink sweater, question mark, little blue jacket, gray cardigan. There's variety.
He's gonna find socks, boxers, and he's gonna take. He's gonna take just the white T-shirt and then get the hoodie from the bed.
Okay.
It's a big hoodie, right?
It is. It's 2XL.
Oh yeah, big, comfy. He's like, I'm not fucking doing anything, and it smells nice.
It does smell a lot like Gamma.
For some reason, that just kind of tickles his brain in a way that makes him feel a little bit less anxious.
Okay.
So he's gonna. Yeah, he's gonna. Does he smell like he smells his armpits? I'm sorry, this sounds really weird, but he literally smells himself. He's like, do I stink? Did I shower?
You smell like his deodorant and then really fragrant earth.
I hope nobody fucking. Oh God, what if they touch? Oh God. He just like quickly gets changed really, really fast and puts his slippers back on. Picks up the cigarettes, picks up the vape, and puts a scowl on his face and walks out. Making sure to grab his phone from his bedside table.
Okay. We're gonna meanwhile there and head back to the kitchen. Malcolm, Quinn.
Yes.
The 2 of you make eye contact before the boys in the kitchen notice that Malcolm is at the bottom of the stairs.
Malcolm kind of smiles at Quinn and nods his head.
You are
because they-
defiling the ramen by putting Tabasco sauce in it. What is wrong with you? You don't know how to chef. I'm a fucking 5-star Michelin. I know how to make the cheapest shit taste like a gourmet's fucking dream. I know how to do it. No, you don't. You're ruining everything.
Hey, hello, Sigma. Who is this other sleeveless person who's in this house that I just was here yesterday? I don't know who anyone is, and I'm a little confused and scared. And also, I'll change your. I'll make sure you don't have any overdue fees if you check my hair for stag meat.
Stag meat? What the?
Yeah.
And then in the lyrical language, you think Gamma calls him an idiot, and Sigma's like, "Say it fucking again, and I'll bend you over my knee, kid. I'm not a kid anymore. I'll bully you, but fair enough. Come here, Quinn."
Okay, hello. I'm not involved in this.
He grabs
I'm
your
separate.
face and sniffs your hair.
Hello. Yes, thank you.
He pulls something and oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Don't move, Quinn, don't move! Oh my god, don't move! Don't move! Don't panic! I don't want you to panic! And then Gamma slaps Sigma in the face. There's nothing in her hair. You're fine.
Okay.
No, there's a flea. I see it. It's huge. It's the size
Oh no.
of Godzilla.
No, okay. This was my nightmare. I knew this was always going to happen. I knew this.
And then he
okay.
he
all
flicks
right.
one of your ears and is like, "I didn't know you were sporting freaking cheekies like us. Look at this." And he flicks the other one.
Ow! They're sensitive. Hey, I'm like, ow.
Nah,
Ow.
I like it. Why are you hiding them?
He won't stop unless you bite him.
Ooh! If it isn't Mr. Fancy Pants himself, hey, you and O mate yet? Did he not you? And Gamma is like, "Shut up!"
Should I bite him, Malcolm?
It's the only way to shut him up.
What? Don't tell
Okay.
me what to do. This is America. Fucking America.
Try to bite him.
Where do you bite him?
Just like the shoulder.
He's like, "Ah! Ah!"
Yeah.
Gamma's like, "God, thank you. But I don't owe you anything, Malcolm."
I wouldn't accept anything from you if you did.
Great. I'm glad we're on the same fucking page. Hey, is Jihoon up yet? Ooh, somebody's got it bad. Shut your fucking whore mouth. Hey, at least my whore mouth is slutty in a good way.
Is it?
Man, you got some fucking choppers on you, don't you? Jeez, look at this. Someone's gonna think that I was a hussy. Would they be wrong? No, probably not. Hey, are you guys gonna eat? I know you're kindred and all, but there's like a feast here.
Malcolm shakes his head.
Oh, too bad for you. Actually, maybe better for you. You're gonna miss out on this abomination of for ramen.
I don't know, I think it smells passable.
Thank you. I'm actually following the instructions and a talk video. So,
I don't know, Sigma, maybe you could learn something from him.
nah, I know everything I need to know. Like I told him, a 5-star Michelin. Anything microwavable, frozen, or that you eat popping out of a can, I'm a master at making it taste good. Unfortunately, you'll never find out because you're dead.
For a split second, there's a look on Malcolm's face like he wants to correct him about the Michelin star thing, and then he just shakes his head and drops it.
So, how do you guys know each other? Because this is my librarian. Like, I go to her when I'm in need of a... Anyways.
And now he's here. So
Yeah, he's like the gift that keeps on showing up whether we want
Ah,
him
you
to or
love
not.
me. I'm also royalty, just like you. By the way, that's G, my little brother.
Alpha dropped her off to us.
Really? Big Alpha himself, huh?
my apartment burned down,
Oh,
and
shit.
then a thing tried to kill me. So I've
You got a crazy
I guess
ex-boyfriend
I live
too?
here now. What?
You crazy ex-boyfriend burn your house down too?
What? I don't.
Gamma
not that I
slowly
know.
turns to look at Sigma. Oh, did I not tell anybody that? You know what? I'm gonna go check on O. Keep fucking up the ramen. You're doing great. And he steps out of the kitchen. When G tries to grab him, he slips out of his hand. And then the oven, bing! And Gamma's like, oh shit, the rolls. What do the two of you do?
Watches Gamma juggling all of this and immediately turns his attention back to Quinn. There is no world in which he's going to offer to help anyone cook.
Good.
Do you need help, shirtless G?
My name is Gamma, and I'm doing all right, I think. And that's when the broccoli's like, and just spits up
okay.
everywhere.
Okay. You know, I'm just gonna. I'm gonna move this just a little, okay? Because I'm just gonna take it off the heat.
You know what? I think I could use a little help. I don't know how to. I don't have a lot of experience, but I really want Zeta to eat something well.
Oh. Okay. Yes. I can help. Is she the wolf that was upstairs?
Yeah. I'm assuming the stag meat is hers, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. She's very generous with it.
Yeah, it's all clean. It's all clean. You don't have to worry. It's all cleaned up.
I mean, it's still in my teeth, but that's okay.
Did
I'm gonna
you
help
check your
you.
bags? We got you a toothbrush.
Oh, no, I haven't yet because I heard fire and then voices I didn't know, and I'm a little on edge. But that's okay. We don't have to worry about it right now. We're gonna make some food that is not a dead stag.
Yeah. I'm sorry your house burned down. And then he looks at Malcolm. Is Malcolm still there?
Still there. I think Malcolm would move into the kitchen, but he's not going to help. He's just kind of like is sitting or standing at the counter or something.
He does shoot you a okay look. It's like big ass side eye, like, I fucking see you. But then he glances
just
back.
smiles at Gamma.
Oh, he grits his teeth, but looks back at Quinn. You know, more interested in her story than you. Quinn, to assist cooking, I would like you to roll an intelligence and another roll. Your choice. Pitch it to me.
Right. Let me see here. Let me take a look here at the skills. Now, occult's probably not good. Intimidation? No.
Wild.
Melee?
Sure. You can roll with me. Yeah.
Punch it.
Intelligence and melee. You're using your
Yeah, let's do it.
the knives and forks and spoons.
Yes, this is great. Okay. Oh god, I'm scared. Okay.
Just punch the meat. It's fine.
Okay. Hey, 3 successes. Yes.
Okay.
That's gangrel cooking, baby.
Eventually, you descend to using your claws. It's just a little easier to click, toss, fry.
Yeah.
You
don't look at this.
you do grab one of the onions and accidentally pierce it with your claws, and then you're like, no! And you like move it towards your face, and you're like, no! And then like you start leaking. And Gamma's like, shit, here! And he opens a drawer, and there's like nothing in it, and he's like, hands you the drawer.
Okay, she'll scrape it off on the drawer. Okay, so here, like, I've been, like, dead for a little bit, so I gotta be honest, I'm a little out of practice with. Also, I was not good before. When I was alive, I was not a good shit. Okay, I just don't want to give you silly false promises. I'm doing fine.
Malcolm is just watching all of this. This is the perfect comedy of errors.
We're cooking. I can't open my eyes. Play me to the stuff.
Yeah, here's the sink. Come here. Here's the sink. Here, turns the sink on. Put your.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not drowning you. I'm just helping you. And he grabs your head. Not drowning. Okay, not drowning. And he's holding your face under the water.
That's cool.
Okay, I'm not drowning.
You walk in on Gamma drowning. Win.
She comes up. Actually, I don't need to breathe. It's fine. I forgot for a second.
Fuck, I'm sorry. And that's the point that you step in, Jihoon.
What is happening in here?
Onions in her eyes.
Evening,
She got onions. She got onions in her eyes.
Onions.
Onions. I'm just trying to help with the onions.
Yeah.
Hi. Did you get my flowers?
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. Jihoon kind of like turns his head a little bit because he's like, oh fuck, I'm wearing a sweater. I'm such an idiot. I shouldn't have put it on.
He gets
I'm
a
so
shit-eating
dumb."
grin, and he's still holding Quinn under the water as he's looking at you, and it's just all over.
Like not.
Could you just okay? Are you trying to cook? What are you doing? And
Is that my sweater?
No.
And he's like just looking at you.
Get Quinn out of the fucking water.
Oh
Get
shit!
sweater.
Sorry. Shut the water off.
Actually, my mouth feels better. I rinsed while I was down there.
The onions are just like. Okay. The meat starts browning.
All of you sit the fuck down. None of you know how to cook.
Gamma sits on the counter.
Off the counter.
Okay, then he moves to go
Chair.
cook. No, I have to do this.
Chair. Now.
He pulls a chair over and sits.
Good boy. I mean, Quinn, sit down.
What?
She's just dripping.
Yeah. Is this personal again? You know what? I'll just leave.
Just go
This feels-
change, wipe your eyes, wash your face, something. Oh, actually, you don't need to wash your face. Just I will.
Ow, but
I will
okay.
help. Jihoon literally goes into mom mode, and like his mom had taught him, because he knows what he's supposed to do, he literally just starts chopping onions, everything, making sure everything is in like perfect time, and he is like, he's a Speedy Gonzalez.
The first thing you notice is Gamma cooks way too hot.
Oh my fuck.
Everything's way
Did
too.
nobody-
His rolls, though, when you look at those, perfect.
They look good.
His baking, on point. The rolls, you can tell that the dough was handmade. Everything else, very bad.
He's. What are you trying to accomplish here?
Family dinner.
And you realize that having the oven, okay, the stove on. Oh, you can't cook at this temperature, man.
You hear a. That's what I've been trying to tell him. He's ruined everything.
The rolls look fine, just. Thank you for your efforts. Just. I will fix this. I will fix this. And you can have a nice dinner.
He
as
stands.
you
And
put it.
I'll help because I'm not selfish like some people. And he cuts a glance to Malcolm and then looks back at you with a big smile.
I think you've helped enough.
I'm not useless like some people in this room.
Okay,
I'll help.
enough of your attitude.
I don't
Just
have
shut
attitude.
the fuck up. Yeah. I get it, okay? Princey Pooh over here, you know, this fucking smug ass. It doesn't fucking matter.
He
okay?
moves kind of up into your space and he is still shirtless. You're wearing my hoodie.
Why aren't you wearing any clothes?
Well, you're wearing them. And then he slides over the block that has the rest of the onions on it and he begins to chop them.
Don't cut the edges off. Cut it in half first, and then. Here, I'll show you. And he kind of like moves close to him and then puts his arm under his, and he shows him how to cut an onion properly so you don't get the teary eyes.
All you okay. If Quinn and Malcolm are still there, wits and awareness.
Sure.
Yes.
This is the most entertained that Malcolm has been in a while, so he's not leaving.
Eh. 2.
1, 2.
My eyes
3.
hurt.
Oh, Malcolm got a 3.
Sorry, what did Quinn get? I got Malcolm's.
Oh,
but-
2.
Okay, Quinn doesn't hear it, but Malcolm, you hear Gamma whisper to Jihoon, I like the way you wield the knife. Did you look at my bag?
Yeah, which we need to talk about.
I'll show you how to use some of those if you want.
Quinn, why
Use
don't we
what?
go get you cleaned up? And Malcolm pushes off the counter to steer Quinn out of the kitchen.
Okay, you're all set though. Gamma. Like I could still help, I guess. Maybe. Oh, we're
believe
going.
Like I said,
Oh,
wash
going.
your...
Jihoon has this.
Okay. And I think she whispers if it's like, something going on with those two kids. Like, that was pretty intense for cooking, but I don't have a bead on everyone yet, so I don't know if that's always how it goes. I'm talking low enough, right? Sometimes I have thoughts in my head and they just come out, and they used to be inside thoughts, but I don't really have inside thoughts anymore.
It takes Malcolm a second to parse, and then he kind of just like nods and yeah, it's best not to be alone in a room with him if you can avoid it. As he steers Quinn towards one of the bathrooms.
She like just nods. I see. Okay.
Meanwhile, Noah, I need you to roll a wits and awareness.
Okie dokie. What is that for me? Alright. Two.
Okay. With a 2. When you come awake, it is with a really intense ache. You remember everything in a flood of ripping, tearing emotions. And then you hear a voice. You pull back the sheets, staring at the ceiling as he fights with his brother about the best way to cook ramen. I need you to roll a resolve and composure.
Actually a 6.
Though the tears threaten to fall as you replay the scene, Sigma rushing in front of you, grabbing the mighty maw, that gargantuan jaw. Kappa being flung as if nothing. All the way up to that slick asshole, demanding you pay a price for a life you never fucking asked for. You keep your emotions locked down like oil. And then there is a gentle tap on the window in the room that is covered. The window looks like it's been painted. It looks like it's been sealed with wooden slats. Those have been painted. You don't think Daniel did that. All looks pretty fresh, actually.
So there's not a way to see through the window that's being tapped on.
But it is something instinctually you recognize as a beckoning. You instinctually know the window faces the backyard.
Guess he'll tap back on the window.
Okay? There's a muffled
And
voice that says, "Come out back." And then you hear a heavy body detach from the side of the house and drop down.
Okay, he'll pull the blanket all the way off. Survey his surroundings really fast.
Okay, you see that there are plastic bags in front of your bed. There's a bed that's been disturbed across the way from you that also has plastic bags. And you see that there's a little 3x5 card on the bags. And as you're reaching for it, you actually see that you have several new braided bracelets on your wrist. Like the kinds you buy at department stores. All of them rainbow, except for one. That is the color of a trans flag.
He just pauses and looks at him for a second. Probably plays with the braiding with his fingers and then shakes his head a little bit and then looks at the 3x5 card.
You can see where there was scratchy little handwriting. It started your name and then it was like violently erased, only for a more flowing handwriting to write over it. And on the back, it says, "Got you some clothes. A couple of things. I hope they're okay."
Okay, I'll go through the bags.
You find a variety of styles. Surprisingly, a lot of these look like outfits you've worn previously. In fact, there's a pair of cargo pants and some men's thongs that are the same color and very similar make to a pair you already own. Followed by a crop top that is almost impeccable. Light blue. Comfortable. Just a little bit oversized. Just how you like it.
Yeah, that's what I'll wear. And then I think he's gonna try and sneak outside. I don't think he wants to draw any attention this evening.
Stealth and dexterity.
Four?
You manage, you think mostly, but you do hear the cacophony of voices. And as you're headed out back, you actually duck to not be seen as Sigma opens the back door. It's like, yeah, I'm going back inside. Jeez. Don't know why I can't be a part of the kumbaya circle in the back. Guess I'll just have to cook again. And then as he passes by you, you hear him respond to something that's happening in the kitchen. And a large shadow looms in the back door, holding it open for you. And Omega has to bend and beckon you out.
Yeah, I'll go out.
As you step out, you see in the middle of Daniel's backyard, there is a new looking fire pit that holds a blaze. Makes your inner kindred a little uncomfortable.
What's up?
Omega puts an arm around your shoulder. Gives you a gentle look. Everything is going to be okay.
think Noah thought he steeled himself for the evening. But when Omega says that, there's definitely a shift in his entire everything, and he just, yeah. Looks at him like, what? How much do you know? Thanks.
I know what Sigma has told me.
I don't know how much that is, but I'm gonna assume it was actually probably a lot, because he talks a lot. He likes, his mouth just goes.
He says very little. The truth of Sigma's heart, he doesn't share with me. He doesn't share with anyone. But he told me what happened with Zeta. He also went to see Kappa.
Yeah?
He will need rest, but he will be okay. And the big guy pats your chest. But I can hear the torment in here. And then he pats his own chest. He doesn't really say anything, but you get the impression that he gets it. And maybe not the exact same situation, but pain that you carry around, conflict. It burns. It burns somewhere deep inside. And it's heavy, the longer you carry it.
It's, I don't know if that's scary or impressive that you read that already. You've known me, like, not very long at all, and, no, that's, it doesn't even beat anymore, so... Yeah.
Even if it does not beat, the spirit of your heart still persists. And that is not something that can be easily taken away, even by an infliction. A curse that you did not ask for.
He nods at that. Yeah, definitely didn't. Yeah, there's, when there's a lot, but you don't really have words for it.
Yes,
Yeah.
I like to sit and watch the moon. And he points up, and you see the near full face. She listens.
Can I, can I sit you?
You are always welcome to sit with me. Come.
Thanks.
And casually, he lifts a very, very, very large rock that's big enough for the two of you to sit on. And like it weighs nothing more than a plastic chair, sets it down a safe distance from the fire pit. And then he sits.
Sit down next to him. That's pretty impressive. I'm pretty strong, but man, that's wow.
He gets a little bit of a blush. I try very hard to be gentle.
I think you do good. I can tell.
He gets a small smile. Thank you. And then he looks up at the moon. I live in a world of glass. And I am the mightiest. Metal. At a simple touch, anything could shatter.
Noah nods. I mean, not so much my world, but I feel that way. And maybe it's rude of me, 'cause probably hates it, but like I feel that way about Kappa. I'm like afraid to break him. Not just physically, but emotionally too.
Do you know why? Gamma calls him a wolf.
Shrugs. No, but I noticed it, and I think I liked it because I felt like it was inclusive.
Gamma trusts Kappa. He is young. He's learning. I wish I could train him in all of the Urge arts. But it is not my place. You should trust him. Those who have a kind and delicate disposition, but are willing to wield steel, often have an incredible fortitude.
I'm learning that. Thanks.
And trust yourself. And he puts a hand on your shoulder. I'm in this world of glass. Your hands can touch it without it shattering.
Not how it felt last night. So hard when you lose control.
He gives your shoulder a little squeeze. Indeed. He lets it go. Something about the way he sits next to you, even, he's curled in, shoulders brought forward in an attempt to make him smaller. But he is a beast of a man. Massive in a way that's almost cartoonish. Palms larger than some frying pans. But he's so still next to you.
Thanks for calling me out here. I think, your presence is probably more needed with my current mood than the craziness it sounded like was happening in the house.
I understand. I prefer the quiet as well.
Yeah.
It's easier to hear the spirits.
So you guys, like, you do actually hear things?
He looks at you and smiles, and you see his big wolfish ears. But there's something different about them. I need you to roll a wits and awareness.
Three?
They are almost bat-like. Very large, monstrous even. And what's curious is his are pierced, unlike any other in his pack. Barbells through the middle of each ear, connected around the ear with a chain, and they glint in a silver light. And when one of them flicks, there is this brackish ooze that flicks off of it, and then it drops down into his hair, wisping away like silk.
I guess you would hear a lot with the
You can see
pair
it.
of cool looking ears like that.
They're freakishly large.
I just said they were cool.
Gamma says that they are like plates. My sonar bat wings.
Noah squints at him. They gotta be small plates.
Nothing about me is small, but thank you. Though sometimes I wish it were. It would be easier to hide.
Can I ask what you're hiding from?
My presence makes others uncomfortable. I honestly don't have a problem with my size. I would like others to be comfortable around me. But they are not.
I'm sorry. That seems like it's probably hard because you... I don't know, you seem like you care a lot.
He nods, and then he points at your wrist and the bracelets. You understand what it is like. You've gone through trials to be who you are now.
Yeah.
To be different. To be searching for where you belong. And then when you find it, many do not understand. And some, they abandon you. And others, they turn you into a villain.
Noah just nods. Yeah.
And Omega looks at the fire. The flames like you, Noah.
Yeah?
He nods. The spirit.
How can you tell?
They talk to me. I see them.
Seems pretty cool.
He kind of gets a bit of a sideways smile. It also means I'm very different.
Do not all of your kind see and hear the spirits like you do?
Only some. Even few the way I do.
What just makes you unique?
He points at your little bracelets. Like you.
I'll give a small smile. Yeah. Yeah.
Fire says you have a lot of courage. You are very brave to be yourself in your full expression, and even your destruction has been meaningful.
Cool. It's kind of neat to hear from the fire. I guess it's always nice to hear from someone else. Hard to remember that at the end of the day, you know?
That is why we have a pack. And pack mates who take care of us. And he turns back to the house. And then you hear some rambunctious sigma gamma-ing. I think you may have found some of yours.
Yeah, maybe. If we can figure out how to get along and work together without...
You will. You must. And then he sits up straight and he looks at you. I've seen it.
What have you seen?
Some things I cannot divulge,
Okay.
but I will tell you that your pack will save Mass. And then he looks back to the fire. And you just might save me too.
Well, I hope so.
He nods. You will.
I mean you.
I do not fear
Masses.
the end. But it would be nice to linger a while longer.
Don't be in a hurry to go, yeah? Got people that care about you.
Yes.
Never mind. It's probably not... I should wait and ask him.
You probably should.
He gives you kind of a
Right.
knowing little look. There's a twinkle in those green eyes.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
He takes a breath, looking at you, meeting your gaze.
the rules between species only applies if you want it to. If you need other members of your pack, you can make the rules.
Make the rules, huh?
He nods. And he reaches out to touch your chest. I can hear the cries. You long for your family.
Yeah. I miss them.
He nods. And then he leans even closer and whispers, "You're also different. Like me. You don't walk in one world. You walk in two."
He looks startled? What do you mean?
He just leans back.
More information you can't divulge?
I think it'll mean more if you discover it for yourself.
He like puts his hand on his own chest. All right. Cool. I hope. I don't know if I can take many more surprises, you know? Waking up as a kindred was a big enough one.
Your spirit cries for that as well.
Yeah.
Then he just sort of folds back down, puts his hands in his lap, and looks at the fire.
Thanks again.
He nods, and then he slowly begins to hum something. Quiet at first. It's almost not a noise, and then gaining in volume. And it's lovely, rhythmic, poignant. And when he whispers, he's singing in that lyrical language of the wolves. We're gonna meanwhile. Daniel. Daniel? Daniel.
I stepped away for a second. Sorry.
Oh,
I didn't hear my name called.
that's all right. I need you to roll with composure and resolve.
Oh, goody. I don't need that many hunger dice. Ah. Okay then. This is poorly. Okay. Bestial failure.
Okay. You jettison awake, going from inert to
fully aware on a hiss. And at the end of your bed, laying across your feet, beautiful white wolf. She stands up alert, her ruff sticking straight up, ears flat, looking for the supposed threat. When she finds none, she looks back at you, gazing at you with steady blue eyes, ears flicking forward and then back again, lowering herself, tail slightly swishing, as if asking, "Are you okay?"
Ah, Jesus. It probably takes Daniel a second to recompose himself, especially from a bestial failure. Especially since this is definitely not the first time his beast has so rudely awakened him in such a fashion. His head sort of darts from one end of the room to the other, jaw tense, muscles flexing as if ready to spring. Only to once again find himself realizing that there is no there is no danger. It is only his beast once again having its fun. I apologize if you can hear background noise. There's a dryer going off.
She's still same questioning pose, trying to keep herself, even though she is a big girl in this form, trying to keep herself small and non-threatening.
Daniel eventually takes a unneeded breath, and then he sort of reaches out with his right hand, which would have been the right hand that is still skeletal, before he instinctively starts to pull it away because he doesn't want to look at skeleton fingers
As you
right now.
go to reach and then instinctually pull back, your eyes are drawn. The hand is completely mended.
That causes Daniel to pause and sort of stare down at the palm of his hand, causes him to flip the hand over, flexes it like he's not, for some reason, in some weird fever dream. And he knows for a fact that his hand should have taken way longer to heal, considering the damage it took. Correct?
Yeah, you should be pretty, ruined. But, as you examine your hand, I need you to roll an intelligence and insight.
Intelligence. It's 5 successes.
A playback loop in the back of your mind. Your fangs sinking into Zeta's flesh while you're at Jihoon's. And the pure, undulating ecstasy. The tips of your fangs actually tingle thinking about it. The blood of the children of Gaia, is heedy indeed.
Okay. Then now realizing that his hand is no longer a skeleton, he will reach it out towards Zeta. It's kind of strange for him because with the events of last night, he doesn't know how entirely she will fully react, so it's a case of, should I hug her? Should I let her sniff my hand? Should I pet her? No. He just kind of holds his hand out to her.
Okay, she moves forward. Her butt drops down with her alongside of her chest, and she scoots forward in between the legs until it's easy for you to pet her face. She's very soft. Feels like she's had a wash. There's no more wounds, no more stained red.
As soon as Zeta gives him permission to pet her, his arms kind of wrap into the fur, fingers grazing upon each hair, and then his forehead kind of lands on the crown of her head, just kind of breathing in the scent at that point.
She smells like winter and cinnamon. She lets you pet her as long as you'd like. Roll a wits and awareness.
That's okay. 3 successes and a critical. 7.
Okay, you hear the chaos downstairs. Excuse me.
Dano kind of inadvertently sighs because he now remembers, oh, right.
Yeah, she seems to hear it as well. Her ears flick forward, and her big boxy head turns to look at your door that's very slightly cracked. And her tail kind of wags a little bit at Sigma's voice.
And then he kind of asks Zeta, though he doesn't know if she'll understand him because she only spoke to him last night in the lyrical wolf language that he has no idea what any means. But he'll simply say, are you keeping watch for me?
Her tail wags a little more. And then her wet snoot flicks your hand up under her head. She's very strong.
You wanted more pets, okay. And then he starts actually scratching it. He's just scratching it and just giving it to belly rubs and all that.
Oh yeah. She doesn't quite roll over onto her back to present belly, but every time he's trying to stop, her paw comes up like, no.
Continue.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I have to get up eventually, otherwise they're gonna make a mess downstairs. She doesn't move, does she?
Nope, she's just soaking in the pets.
Okay then.
You hear a woman's voice this is fine. Everything is fine. More
Is my
screaming.
hat Is my hat on my head, DM?
No.
I immediately look around the room for my hat.
Okay, when you immediately look around, you see that there's like this really nice card, but it's sorry, our deepest condolences with a dove, like a blue cloud black background, and then there's like a glass of water with fake vampire teeth in it. It kind of is reminiscent of like dentures.
Is someone calling me fucking old?
You think so?
Jesus Christ. Okay. You said there's a postcard or something?
Yeah, it's actually like our deepest condolences card. Like, sorry for your loss.
Okay, I'll read it, I guess.
Okay. You reach over. Not Delta, God, it's wrong sister. Zeta, like, tries to get you to more pets. Why stop? More pets. But you manage to read it, and it says, Dearest Danny! First of all, and it's really bad chicken hand scratch, and like a lot of things are spelled wrong. Thank you for letting me move into your house for a while. Thank you for lending me your credit card. I did find it. I used it well. Your pantry's stocked. And there's like you think it's either a fish or like a chef kiss drawing. Or a pair of boobs? You don't know. Also, don't worry about Zeta. Everything's gonna be fine with her, or it won't. Either way, she's a dog now, so I guess you're just gonna have to style it that way. Winky face. But it's spelled out, winky face. Anyway, I'm gonna need to talk to you, so you're gonna want to find me. By the way, I found your teeth. I hope you like them. I put them in the denture treatment cream. I filled it before you went to bed. Apparently, it's got whitening properties, so when you grin, your chompers will look real nice. Just kidding. I thought it was funny, and I felt bad not buying you anything from the store. However, we did do your laundry. We washed your hat. It was pretty gross. But I did get you a better hat. P.S. And it's blank.
It's why the blank.
Just says P.S. and then nothing. There's no signature. And then you look at what the card actually says, and it's talks about heaven and meeting your loved one again at Heaven's Gate and death.
Oh.
And there's like a drawing of a really bad cow at the bottom. And then you look at Zeta, and then you look at the drawing, then you look at Zeta. And you just think, what an asshole.
Alright.
On the very back of the card in Sharpie, there's like this, drawing. Kind of looks like boobs again, but it's got a little crown.
Okay, where is this new supposed hat that you bought, Daniel?
You look around your room.
Yeah, if Zeta's not gonna let me get up, then I'm just gonna carry her.
Oh yeah,
Or
the minute you move, she like hops off the bed, but instead of like, it's not really hopping, she's just like so big, she just steps. Like steps off the bed. Yeah. Wits and awareness.
Okay. Yes, meal. I fear for Sigma's fashion choice. What he could have possibly picked for Daniel, but that's 5 successes.
Okay. It does not take you long to spot it, because it is the brightest red you've ever seen. And the note underneath it says, "For the stains." It is a fedora.
Daniel just kind of squints at it. Back down to the note, back to the hat. Back to the note, back to the hat. Are you fucking kidding me? His first instinct would be to throw it out the out the window into the backyard, but then he just like,
You pick it up.
I pick it up,
Okay.
I
As you lift the hat, a pair of red socks falls out of it.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. He's actually pulling my fucking leg now.
And then when you move it, there's a couple baseball cards. And then you look at the tag and it's an official... It's an official fedora, let's just put it that way.
Official fedora? What?
Yeah, for a very specific team.
Hold on. Hold the fucking phone here.
Not Delta, wrong sister! Zeta picks up the red socks and starts chewing on them.
Yeah, you do that,
And then
Zeta.
she starts like whipping it
Fucking
back and
asshole.
forth. And it's like full face ball, like... And then she drops it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find my blue cap now.
Okay. You find it in the same place you put your other ones, but it's washed. It's a little damp still, like they put it in the washer and then put it directly.
Forgot to dry it.
Well, maybe they weren't trying to shrink it on you, but you know.
Okay.
Yeah. You also find a note in there that says, being a Yankees fan is evil. Mad face.
If only they knew. If only they knew. But, is what it is. They have their opinions. Daniel puts his hat on. And he obviously will... Do I still have the same clothes on from last night?
No, you have new clothes on.
What am I wearing?
You are wearing one of Sigma's outfits.
Oh, hell no. Oh, what the actual fuck?
Your shirt says, I like men who whimper. But the I like is a big heart.
Yep, that's the last straw. Daniel literally just grabs the hem of the shirt and just rips it in half.
Okay.
He's like, he's had his fun. Now it's just getting annoying.
Okay, on your way out of the room, or like to get your own clothes, you find a pair of bright pink Barbie boots. And then another pair of very big, size 12 stripper boots. The thigh kinds that lace up in the back.
I'm gonna fucking murder him. I'm gonna
And
fucking...
as you're like
This is gonna be
cycling
violent.
through, there's like some feather boas, there's another shirt, I Heart Men Who Whimper, Sluts United, SSS Suck, and then one that has F, and then UCK in the back, and then on the bottom of the shirt, in really little, says me. It looks like Sigma might have implanted his closet into your closet, because all of his are on one side and all of yours are on the other, like two husbands.
And might have maxed out my entire credit card in the process.
Maybe. He did insinuate, but there's no proof.
Alright, I'm gonna look for my clothes.
You find
if
them. They're
possible.
all on they're on the opposite side that they usually are after you get through Sigma's. He's got thongs hanging up in there. Like, what the fuck? But you find your basic attire, and in the pocket of one of your jackets says, "Damn, you wear the same shit. You just like that little Japanese kid. Boring. Don't worry, the boots are for you. I promise. You learn how to move in those, and you're gonna sweep Zeta away. It'll give you hip action, way more drill. Strengthen those
Action.
muscles."
What is he on? Okay. Where's Daniel's? Where's his gun? Because he had a gun strapped to his belt the night prior.
Yeah, all your stuff.
I find.
It's there.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna. I actually will DM you a question. Actually, you guys will DM.
Okay. I see you typing.
Yeah, I know. Trying to do that.
Oh boy. Okay, wait, let me see. Sure.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure I do that for future reference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Then now that Daniel's properly equipped and
Dressed. You hear the offender's voice. Now this is what I'm talking about. Jihoon, you're a fucking chef. Unlike G, you're a piece of shit. Say it to my face again. I just did. You're a piece
and
of
then
shit.
I'm gonna look down to Zeta.
She's got the socks on her front paws.
She's wearing them?
Yeah.
Oh my god, she wasn't ripping them, she was trying to put them on?
She's staring at you. Then she sits.
You are literally the only one I'm okay with seeing that. And then he... Alright, well, let's go see what kind of bullshit they're doing in my kitchen. Then I am actually going to try to stealth.
Okay, roll a dexterity and a stealth.
I'm looking for the offender.
Okay, you hear a set of steps coming up the stairs. Like, let's just get you changed, says Malcolm. In the bathroom. Here you go.
Okay, just dexterity and stealth.
Mm-hmm.
If I can find my dice. There we go. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Hang on. I got math on this one. So, 4 successes and a crit for 8.
Damn. Okay. Well, hold on to that as you sneak your way down. We're going to be right back. And we return. We slide across the city. Back to Evan. At this moment, Delta has been called away for a moment from Alpha. But not before asking and requesting of you to make that phone call. To let Noah know that Cap is okay. She's also requested you find out what the Coteries' plan is.
Okay. Yeah, Evan would look down at the phone, look up over at Kappa, and then look back at the phone, and then just dial in Noah's number, and then hold it up to his ear. And then
Yeah, hello? I answered the phone!
Hey, Noah, it's Evan. Kappa's been moved. He's no longer in an ICU. I just want to let you know that. And he seems to be doing well. He's still not awake. But he has been moving here and there every now and then. I'm actually in the room with him right now. If you can hear the machines.
Okay. And that's good. Good. Are you guys good? Everything good at the hospital? I didn't fuck things up too bad last night, did I?
I don't think you screwed anything up. I think getting out of here was the best choice because there's some other people here. But anyway, where are you guys at? What did you guys end up doing?
We're Daniels, like discussed. I haven't talked to the coterie or anything yet tonight. I'm actually outside with the I'm hanging out with O.
Okay.
Yeah, we were just talking. But I can maybe figure out what we're doing and then give you a call back.
Yeah, that'd be good. And Dell wants to know who all's there, like everybody.
I think it's I think it's everyone but you two, as far as I know. Because I came at Gamma. No, I heard Sigma. I know Zeta's here somewhere, and then Malcolm, Jihoon, the new girl Quinn, and of course
Quinn.
Daniel. It's his house. So yeah, full house. There's a lot of us here.
Is Daniel mad?
I don't know, I haven't seen him yet, but odds are probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Well, A's here. Delta's here. Kappa's here, of course. And the father's here. I didn't. Oh.
Did you meet him?
Yeah. In a way.
How'd that go?
He just said I was a kindred, and I just said yes. But, his presence is something else.
Yeah, I bet. Intense family, so I imagine he's pretty intense.
It might be a little bit of an understatement, but,
Well.
what are you all planning? Because I think I'm here with Dell and Alpha and Kappa until Kappa's better, potentially. I'm not sure what her plans are.
Did you sleep today?
In the morgue, in a body
Oh,
bag,
shit.
in the cooler.
For real?
Where else would you store a dead body, basically?
I mean, that's valid, I guess. Damn. That's... Ooh, that gives me the heebie-jeebies, actually. But I guess it doesn't matter, we lay down and we just die for the day, so...
Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't really raise any suspicions, because who's going to go looking through those coolers?
That's true, I guess. I mean, other than the people that work in the morgue, wouldn't they know if there was just a... You know what, never mind. I don't want to know the details, actually.
I mean, have you ever been in a morgue?
No.
Okay,
I mean,
so they
just in
typically...
some video games.
Well, typically they have, like, the wall of doors and stuff, and they have little name tags on the front of each of the doors, so they'll slot something in there when they put a body in there.
So does yours have your name on it?
No, I didn't actually check.
This fridge reserved for Evan.
Yeah, I didn't check, but that... Well, Alpha had to come get me out of it, and he knocked on the doors, so I don't think there was anything there.
All right. Well, let me guess you got a safe place to stay, right?
I assume so. Well, they said they'll take care of it, so.
Nice. I don't know the plan. It sounded like there was some stuff going on in the kitchen, so like maybe they're gonna eat dinner. But we'll figure out what we're doing, and I'll give you.
Who's cooking?
I don't know.
Sorry, I'm just curious about this.
I avoided the kitchen. I don't know. I kind of snuck outside, just to kind of have some peace and quiet. I had kind of an intense night, and I woke up with intense feelings, and I just needed to go outside where it was quiet.
Are you doing okay, by the way?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know it can't be easy being away from Kappa like this, and I feel bad for having to tell you to not be here last night or during the day.
Yeah, I kind of fucked that up for myself. I think it's my own fault.
I'm not going to say no to that, but
yeah. I'm just glad that his sister can be there with him and that you're there to be with her. That helps a lot, knowing that, they've got a support system going on there.
Oh, I'm gonna text you some pictures too. I think some of the other ones stopped by.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Evan snaps a few pictures. You hear the phone rustling. He snaps pictures of the flower arrangements and stuff, and the one with the Sigma did, and sends it to you.
Look at what the fuck is that? That's so Sigma coded.
It's
the
the thought
hell?
that counts.
I know, but man.
But flannel
Yeah,
and
what?
cattails. I
I
mean,
don't know. Maybe he was thinking it was unique.
did he see? Is this a trend on Pinterest?
It might be. I haven't. Not that I've seen.
I could see this being a trend somehow.
Cattails and flannel?
I mean, swamp max and lumberjacks. I don't know.
Womp lumberjacks. Oh fuck, that's funny. Oh man. Alright, well, I'm glad you're safe there and they're not gonna harass you out. So that's
I mean, if they try, I can try to convince them to let me stay.
right. You seem like a pretty convincing guy.
Evan kind of just shrugs at that.
Can I ask you a dumb favor really quick?
Depends on what it is. I don't feel comfortable taking pictures of people in hospital beds. If you're gonna ask me for a picture,
No.
Kappa.
No, that's weird. No, I was just gonna ask if you could.
You want me to put the phone up to his ear?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll keep you off speaker so you can say whatever you want in private.
thanks. Just give me a minute, I don't want to take too much of your time.
I'll give you 2.
Oh, thanks.
All right. And you'll hear Evan get up and shuffle over to the bed, and you'll hear slightly distant, okay, your 2 minutes is now. And then he puts the phone to Kappa's ear.
Hey Kappa, I know you probably can't hear me, but I just wanted to say I'm really sorry about what happened. And you did great. And I miss you a lot. And I hope that you heal up quickly. And yeah, you did great. You were awesome.
Sorry, I fucked shit up.
Omega puts his hand on your shoulder, and then Evan, you notice that Kappa's face turns towards Noah's voice. And I need you, Evan, to roll a wits and awareness.
Oh. Me. I'm going to use your storyteller inspiration.
Okay.
Let me take that off my sheet. And does that allow me to re-roll all my dice?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, that is much better. 6.
Okay, 1 second. Whether it's because you recently discussed it, or maybe a different reason entirely, that feeling of being embraced in this room increases. And it's soft and it's warm, and then you smell your mother's perfume. And you look down at Kappa, and then you look up and step back, but still holding the phone as Noah's talking. And behind you, in that little sitting area of the hospital suite, you see your mom. Exactly how you remembered her.
I don't understand this.
And she's grinning. And then you watch a memory play out. A piece of your past. And then suddenly the 2 minutes are up, and if you set an alarm, your phone is buzzing.
No, he would like look at his watch to tell that.
Okay, then you might lose a little bit of track of time. Roll a resolve and composure.
Okay. That's a 2.
Okay, you do lose track of time. And so Noah's just talking, and Noah, you're like, it is definitely longer than 2 minutes, but you keep talking anyways. Because Evan will cut you off. You think he's being nice, because Evan's a nice guy. A nice, smooth guy. But Evan, you see a family dinner. Your dad coming home. Your mom telling you to wash your hands. It's so mundane. But it's so beautiful at the same time. It's a treasure now. Because it's something that would happen on the typical. But it will never happen again. Not in all your nights in this world of darkness. That looks maybe a little brighter as your mind shifts at that moment to Delta. It's like driven snow, the change in scene, wiping away your family, and you see a woman. She looks a lot like Del. Her eyes are a little kinder, a little less shrewd, her mouth a little fuller, and she's got big freckles all over her forehead and her cheeks. And she's got these big round glasses. And there's something about the shape of her nose that is exactly Kappa. And her delicate frame. Both of her children they bear the same. And you see her belly pregnant, and a little Dell. Crazy curls all over the place, just big, floppy-eared curls. And you hear little Dell say, "Mama, you think I'll make a good big sister?" And her mother says, "I'd give it about a 70-30. And we're gonna end there for tonight."
God.
Meanwhile, I'm just taking as much time as I can on the phone.
You just like hear the little hitches and Evan's needless breath in the background.
Derek, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. I hope you guys enjoyed this chapter of Bound by Night. I'm your host, your storyteller, your dungeon mistress, and it's a pleasure to share this chronicle with you. And now we're on the ending soon screen. Yay! What did you guys have a good time?
It's good.
Yes.
This is good. I've been looking forward to having like interactions with the coterie that isn't immediately resulting or leading to our deaths for a while.
Don't worry.
Feels good.
We're starting next session in the bathroom. With onion eyes and the princeling.
It's fine. I'm fine. Oh god, what clothes is she wearing? Oh god, is it yesterday's clothes? Oh no.
Yeah, I don't think she's had
Everything's
time to change
horrible.
yet, but she does have new
Yeah.
clothes, so there could have been a pit stop to get those.
I mean, Jihoon did
Plastic
say,
bags.
go and get changed.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah, it's just a
Look
little
at it.
smoky. It's fine. And a bloody. It's fine.
Yeah.
I got onion eyes.
Make
I'm a
sure
star.